Welcome to the Spoiler Zone, your go-to channel for deep dives into movies and series. Today, we're breaking down a Madea Homecoming, a 2022 comedy by Tyler Perry that brings back the fan-favorite Madea with a hilarious twist. Packed with family drama, unexpected secrets, and a crossover with Mrs. Brown's Boys, this film is chaotic, outrageous, and full of surprises. Let's get into it. Set in Atlanta, the story revolves around Madea's great-grandson, Tim, who is celebrating his college graduation. As family and friends gather for the event, chaos erupts. Mr. Brown accidentally sets himself on fire at a barbecue when he uses excessive amounts of gasoline to light the grill, leading to comedic but dangerous consequences. Meanwhile, Tim arrives with his best friend Davy, a handsome Irish exchange student, alongside his police officer Aunt Ellie. Madea's brother Joe immediately stirs up controversy, criticizing Ellie's job while making inappropriate jokes. Aunt Bam, as usual, flirts with younger men, making things even more awkward. The biggest surprise comes when Agnes Brown and her daughter Kathy arrive from Ireland. Agnes, who hails from Dublin, unintentionally offends everyone by using the word knickers, which is misheard as a racial slur. This misunderstanding leads to some classic Madea-style comedy, with Madea pulling out her gun before Davy intervenes to clarify the cultural difference. At dinner, tensions rise. Madea reminisces about her past as a stripper, embarrassing Cora, who tries to maintain some dignity in front of the guests. Joe arrives decked out in Black Lives Matter gear and continues his anti-police rants, making the conversation even more uncomfortable. Meanwhile, Tim's estranged father, Richard, unexpectedly shows up uninvited, leading Madea to fire a warning shot, scaring everyone and causing Joe to soil himself in fear. As family tensions escalate, Tim decides to come out as gay during a heartfelt announcement. However, his big reveal is met with a nonchalant reaction, as everyone already suspected. Instead, the real shock comes from Laura's supposed best friend, Sylvia, who has been secretly dating Richard behind Laura's back. When Sylvia smugly reveals her affair, Madea forcibly removes both Richard and Sylvia from the house at gunpoint, ensuring they leave immediately. Things take a bizarre turn when Mr. Brown and Agnes mistakenly eat marijuana-infused chocolates from Madea's purse. Brown, believing himself to be a superhero named the Brown Panther, strips down to his underwear and jumps off the roof, attempting to fly, only to land in the bushes unconscious. Meanwhile, Madea humorously claims that she inadvertently started the civil rights movement when Rosa Parks stole her boyfriend in 1955, forcing her to sit elsewhere on the bus, an outlandish but classic Madea story. The next morning, Agnes apologizes for any cultural misunderstandings, and Madea, in turn, offers her a recipe for the marijuana chocolates, creating an unusual bond between the two. However, the drama isn't over. Richard and Sylvia return to the house, leading to a physical altercation where Richard accidentally strikes Laura. Davy, enraged, steps in to defend her and reveals that he has been in a secret relationship with Laura. In an emotional moment, he proposes marriage, but Laura, feeling conflicted about his commitment to returning to Ireland, initially declines. Madea, using her unconventional wisdom, encourages Laura to embrace happiness rather than dwell on the past. Tim, having witnessed the family chaos unfold, ultimately forgives Davy, recognizing that their friendship is more important than the drama surrounding them. This moment of reconciliation paves the way for healing within the family. At Tim's graduation ceremony, he rips up his prepared speech and delivers a heartfelt message about love, family, and acceptance. He thanks his mother, Laura, his supportive extended family, and even acknowledges his father, Richard, though Madea interrupts to hurl one last insult at him, keeping the comedic tone alive. The film ends on a positive note. Tim accepts Davi's relationship with Laura, leading Davi to propose again. This time, Laura says yes. Agnes gives them her blessing, but amusingly reveals that Davi's grandfather won't be an issue, as he's currently in prison for an incident involving a sheep in a hotel. Meanwhile, Madea declines an invitation to visit Ireland, hilariously confusing it with Iran due to its too much sand. Tyler Perry delivers his signature multi-role performance as Madea and Joe, bringing his usual blend of comedy and blunt wisdom. Cassie Davis Patton shines as Aunt Bam, and David and Tamala Mann reprise their roles as Brown and Cora. Gabrielle Dennis, Brandon Black, and Isha Blocker give solid performances as the younger generation dealing with relationships and identity. Brendan O'Carroll and Jennifer Gibney from Mrs. Brown's Boys add a crossover twist that brings cultural misunderstandings into the mix. The film successfully merges two comedic universes, introducing Mrs. Brown's Boys fans to Medea's world while maintaining the signature humor that Perry's fans love. A Madea Homecoming is a chaotic, hilarious, and sometimes over-the-top family comedy. It sticks to Tyler Perry's signature formula, mixing slapstick humor with heartfelt moments. The crossover with Mrs. Brown's Boys adds a fresh dynamic, but the film largely sticks to what fans expect: wild antics, unexpected wisdom, and a strong emphasis on family. If you're a Madea fan, this movie delivers everything you'd want: raunchy humor, dramatic twists, and feel-good resolutions. If not, the humor might feel excessive, but the energy and performances keep it entertaining. Either way, it's a fun ride that doesn't take itself too seriously. That's a wrap on A Madea Homecoming. What did you think of the movie? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more spoiler-filled breakdowns. This is the Spoiler Zone, signing off. Until next time, stay entertained.